Imagine South America in the early 1800s, centuries of Spanish rule, people yearning for freedom. From this turmoil rose Simón Bolívar. He became known as the Liberator. Bolívar was more than just a general, he was a visionary. He dreamed of a united and independent Latin America. His life was a whirlwind of battles, triumphs, and tragedies. Bolívar's story is an epic. It's a story of courage, dedication, and the fight for liberty. His actions ignited a continent. They continue to inspire people around the world today. Let's journey back in time. Let's explore the life and legacy of this extraordinary man, Simón Bolívar, El Libertador. Simón Bolívar was born into privilege in Caracas. This was in 1783. Venezuela was still under Spanish control. He experienced tragedy early. He lost both parents as a child. Young Simón was raised by his uncle and tutors. He received a classical education. He devoured the works of Enlightenment thinkers. He was fascinated by ideas of liberty, equality, and self-government. Bolívar traveled extensively in his youth. He journeyed through Europe. There, he witnessed the rise and fall of Napoleon's empire. These experiences shaped his worldview. He became convinced that Latin America deserved its own destiny, free from colonial rule. The seeds of revolution were sown. Bolívar returned to Venezuela. He joined the growing movement for independence. He quickly rose through the ranks. He displayed charisma, strategic brilliance, and unwavering determination. Bolívar's early military campaigns were a mix of victories and setbacks. He faced formidable Spanish forces. He also had to contend with internal divisions within the independence movement. In 1813, Bolívar launched his admirable campaign. He led a daring force through treacherous terrain. He liberated Caracas from Spanish control. This victory earned him the title El Libertador, the Liberator. The fight for independence was far from over. Bolívar faced years of grueling warfare. He experienced crushing defeats, but his spirit remained unbroken. One of Bolívar's most audacious feats was his crossing of the Andes Mountains. In 1819, he led his army on a perilous journey. They braved freezing temperatures, treacherous paths, and altitude sickness. This daring maneuver took the Spanish by surprise. It paved the way for the liberation of New Granada, present-day Colombia. Bolívar's victory at the Battle of Boyacá in 1819 was a turning point. It secured the independence of northern South America. Bolívar's leadership during this campaign was extraordinary. He inspired his troops through sheer force of will. He shared their hardships. He always led from the front. His courage became legendary. The Andes campaign showcased Bolívar's military genius. It also demonstrated his unwavering commitment to the cause of liberty. Section 5. A continent freed. Bolívar's triumphs and the fall of Spanish rule. Bolívar's victories continued. He led armies that liberated Venezuela, Ecuador, and Peru. He worked tirelessly to forge alliances and build new nations from the ashes of empire. The Battle of Carabobo in 1821 cemented Venezuela's independence. The Battle of Pichincha in 1822 secured Ecuador's freedom. And the decisive Battle of Ayacucho in 1824, led by his lieutenant Sucre, effectively ended Spanish rule in South America. Bolívar's dream of a liberated continent was becoming a reality. He had proven himself to be a brilliant military strategist. He was also a skilled diplomat and nation builder. But the challenges of peace would prove to be even greater than the trials of war. Section 6. A dream deferred. The Gran Colombia project and its challenges. Bolívar envisioned a united Latin America. He believed that a single, strong nation could withstand European powers and ensure lasting peace. He founded Gran Colombia. It encompassed present-day Colombia, Venezuela, Panama, and Ecuador. However, Bolívar's vision faced resistance. Internal divisions, regional rivalries, and political ambitions undermined Gran Colombia's unity. Despite his efforts, the union began to crumble. Bolívar was a man ahead of his time. His dream of a united Latin America proved elusive. He was deeply saddened by the fragmentation of the continent he had fought so hard to liberate. Despite these setbacks, Bolívar's ideals of unity and integration continued to resonate. They would inspire future generations of Latin American leaders. Section 7. The man behind the myth. Glimpses of Bolivar's leadership. Simón Bolívar was a complex and charismatic figure whose influence and legacy have shaped the course of history in South America. He was known for his fiery speeches, his unwavering determination, and his deep compassion for the oppressed. His words could ignite the spirit of revolution, and his actions provided hope to the downtrodden. There are many stories about Bolivar's leadership, each illustrating a different facet of his character and his approach to leadership. Once, after a grueling march through treacherous terrain and harsh weather, he noticed a soldier shivering from the cold. Bolivar took off his own cloak and draped it over the soldier's shoulders, a gesture that spoke volumes about his empathy and solidarity with his men. This act of kindness cemented his reputation as a leader who cared deeply for his men, earning their unwavering loyalty and respect. Bolivar was also known for his forgiveness, a quality that set him apart from many of his contemporaries. After one particularly fierce battle, he pardoned a group of captured Spanish officers, showing mercy where others might have sought revenge. He believed in reconciliation and magnanimity in victory, understanding that true leadership required both strength and compassion. Despite his numerous successes and the adulation he received, Bolivar remained humble, never losing sight of his mission. He once said, "I am but a simple soldier fighting for the liberty of my country," a statement that reflected his genuine humility and dedication. His humility and selflessness earned him the respect of his followers and the admiration of history, solidifying his place as a revered leader and a symbol of freedom. Section 8. Betrayal, Exile, and the Twilight of a Liberator. Bolivar's final years were marked by deep disillusionment and profound despair. The man who once stood as a beacon of hope for an entire continent found himself surrounded by shadows of doubt and regret. He faced betrayal from former allies, those he once trusted with his vision of a liberated and united Latin America. He witnessed the fracturing of the Gran Colombia project, a dream he had nurtured with unwavering dedication. His health, weakened by years of relentless campaigning and the weight of his responsibilities, deteriorated rapidly. In 1830, a heartbroken Bolivar resigned his presidency, a position he had held with great honor and sacrifice. He planned to go into exile in Europe, seeking refuge from the turmoil that had engulfed his beloved homeland. He hoped to find peace and solace in a foreign land, far from the political strife and personal betrayals that haunted him. But fate had other plans for the weary liberator. Bolivar's health worsened during his journey, the physical and emotional toll proving too great to bear. He died in Santa Marta, Colombia on December 17, 1830 at the age of 47, far from the European shores he had hoped to reach. The liberator's death plunged South America into mourning, a continent grieving the loss of its greatest hero. The man who had freed a continent from colonial rule died without seeing his dream of a united Latin America realized, leaving behind a legacy of both triumph and unfulfilled aspirations. Section 9. The enduring legacy of Simón Bolívar, a continent remembered. Simón Bolívar's legacy continues to loom large over Latin America. He is revered as a national hero in Venezuela, Colombia, Ecuador, Peru, and Bolivia, named in his honor. Monuments, statues, and plazas throughout Latin America bear his name. His image appears on currency and stamps. His words continue to inspire generations of leaders and activists. Bolívar's legacy is complex and multifaceted. He was a product of his time. Some of his actions and views reflect the limitations of his era, but his unwavering commitment to independence, his vision of a united Latin America, and his sacrifices for the cause of liberty continue to resonate deeply. Section 10. Bolívar's vision in the 21st century, unfulfilled dreams and enduring hope. Today, as Latin America grapples with challenges of inequality, poverty, and political instability, Bolívar's dream of unity and integration remains elusive. The region continues to face significant hurdles that prevent the realization of his vision. Economic disparities and social injustices are still prevalent, creating a landscape where many struggle to find hope. Yet his legacy continues to inspire those who strive for a more just and equitable world. Activists, leaders, and everyday citizens draw strength from Bolívar's enduring spirit, using his ideals as a beacon of hope and a call to action. Bolivar's life teaches us that the fight for freedom is never truly over. His battles and achievements remind us that the quest for liberty is a continuous journey, one that requires dedication and resilience. It requires constant vigilance, unwavering courage, and a willingness to challenge the status quo. The spirit of resistance and the desire for change are essential in the ongoing struggle for a fair and just society. As we look to the future, we can draw inspiration from Bolivar's unwavering belief in the human spirit's power to overcome adversity and strive for a better tomorrow. His vision encourages us to persist, to believe in the possibility of change, and to work tirelessly towards a brighter future. His story reminds us that even in the face of seemingly insurmountable challenges, the dream of liberty and justice can never be extinguished. Bolivar's enduring hope serves as a powerful reminder that the pursuit of a just and free society is a noble and necessary endeavor.